Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here with Eddie Hearn. Eddie, tough night for Billy Joe Saunders. Was it the right decision for Mark Tibbs to pull Billy out of that fight there?
Yeah, I think he talked to Billy Joe. I don't know what was said, but you could see as soon as he hit him, he'd done his eye socket. His eye socket was caved in, and Billy couldn't see. He's obviously gone back to Mark Tibbs and said he couldn't see. They've had a conversation. I don't know what was said, and they've pulled him out of the fight. I think because he couldn't see, the next round was going to be, you know, a bad situation, and I think he would have got badly hurt in that round. So, you know, I think Mark Tibbs knows best, and I thought Billy Joe boxed really well. You know, hard to put a dent in Canelo, isn't it? But boxed really well at times. I thought Billy started slow, but then started to get into the fight, and but he just couldn't. You know, you could tell by the power that there was always a chance of being hurt in that fight, and I thought Billy showed a great chin as well. And, you know, to the body shots, some were blocked, but, you know, I thought he boxed well. He came to win, and some people haven't come to win against Canelo Alvarez, and there's no shame in not being good enough to beat him.
It was warming up nicely, I feel like when Billy Joe, I think it was the 5th or the 7th round, he hit my Canelo uppercut and nicked Canelo's eye, and I thought, this is it, we're in for a fight here.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, he's got such a good chin, Canelo. And Billy Joe, you know, does he have the power to put a dent in him? And that's the problem. He can pick shots, and, you know, he boxed beautifully at times, but Canelo's just walking him down, waiting for the opportunity, backing him up. Billy took a lot on the gloves, but you can hear him. You know, you can hear him land, and it's just a different kind of sound. And obviously, when he hits you clean, like he did to the eye, he's going to do big damage. And you know, I thought it was a good performance against a very tricky Billy Joe Saunders.
We know what's next for Canelo. It's Caleb Plant. That's what you're going to do. As Billy Joe's promoter, what's next for Billy Joe? Does he go back to the Chris Eubank fight? Does he rebuild and fight somebody in the top 10? What's next for?
The first thing is he's gone straight to hospital, and I believe he'll have that operated on immediately, probably. So he's going to be out for a long, long time. But he's shown we know Billy Joe's a world-class fighter. He lost to the pound-for-pound number one. This doesn't mean that, you know, and he boxed well. So for me, you know, it all depends on what he wants to do. He made a shed load of money tonight. He boxed on the biggest stage you can possibly box on. He's a two-weight world champion, and he just lost in the unification fight to the pound-for-pound number one.
He'll be gutted. So,
yeah, of course he'll be gutted, because he came to win. But, you know, if he wants to carry on, there's some big fights out there for him, but, you know, he may feel that he's got to a stage where, you know, he's been there, he's done it, he's seen it. Oh, it's all about hunger, really, now, if he wants to come back and improve and kick on. So we'll back him 100%, and listen, he was a big part of this show. You know, we know Canelo's a superstar, but Billy Joe, you know, played a great role in this fight, and, you know, he's but he was himself. He weren't trying to hype it up. He was just being Billy Joe. And, you know, the atmosphere was, I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't think
This is sweat. The atmosphere, not
I know, but I don't think I've been part of a better atmosphere. I mean, Joshua Klitschko was very, very, you know, that was a special night for me personally, and, you know, seeing the Archies and obviously being British, but that was fucking mental, to be honest with you.
Right, I want to talk about the undercard, I want to talk about Manchester next week, obviously I want to talk about David Haney. Now, you shed in the ring, but I want a good quote. You shed in the ring, a big announcement next week. Yeah. Give me it, Eddie. Give me what I want to hear. Give me what I want to hear.
I'll say it, and everyone goes, "Oh, you said that last week." So I just said to Andy, didn't I? I said, "I think by our Manchester show, you'll have the news."
100%. Eddie.
I mean, look,
Eddie.
Talking to all the governing bodies, we've been giving them all the information and the date and the venue. Like, it's, you know.
So what's the news next week then?
The news is you'll get the date and the venue and the confirmation.
The fight is on.
The fight is on. The fight's been on for about 3 fucking weeks, to be honest with you, but, you know.
Good stuff. The undercard, Frank Sanchez, weird outcome. Soto, great fight. Unlucky for Conway. Just a quick breakdown of the undercard.
Yeah, I thought the Soto-Takayama fight was fantastic. Takayama was so tough. I mean, he got battered early on and just came right back in the fight. I thought the stoppage was a bit harsh, but I guess he was losing the fight. He was taking some punishment. I think they should have let him carry on, to be honest with you. Aguilera, I don't know what he was doing. I mean, he took some hammer in the fight, and he was doing all right. And then he just dived on the floor and started rolling around. Kieran Conway, Sissoko, good fight. I think Kieran just started too slow. but Sissoko boxed really well, and you know, I felt that he obviously dropped him in the 9th. You know, no excuses. Kieran Conway was unlucky with his visa. You know, he only come out this week, but good win for Sully Sissoko.
Manchester next week. Yes. Haney, Boazzi headline, and Terry Harper's off the card. Quick thoughts on the Manchester card?
Yeah, gutted for Terry Harper. I mean, Choi was about to get on a plane. Terry Harper's trained so hard. You know, she had her injury, but I think just a gutter for her. Boazzi steps up to headline the card. 3 European Championship fights on the card as well. Also Dalton Smith against Lee Appleyard for the English on that card as well. And on we go. And then we got a week off, remarkably. Then we're back to Vegas, Mandalay Bay for Haney Linares.
And finally, before I let you go, it is on. You're right, because I'm desperate to see this fight, Fury versus Joshua.
I think you know. Yeah. Like, do you think this fight's going to happen? Like, honestly.
I believe you, Eddie. Yeah.
Yeah, but you must have spoken to Fury. You've been hanging around. I mean, you've been stuck up their arse all week.
Did you see my body spar with them?
I know. So, everyone, like, if you asked everyone, I believe now on the whole teams, do you think this fight's happening? I think they would all tell you yes. The fact that no one's talked any shit for 4 or 5 days is a really good sign.
And it won't keep you much longer. I'm glad that fire alarm went off. The car alarm went off as you were saying all that, so I might have missed it all. But thank you for so much for this week. I'll see you in Vegas.
Numbers, right?
Yes. It's all you, Eddie. It's all you.
Well, no, it's not me, but the zone's numbers tonight were absolutely huge.
Numbers across the board.
Yeah, huge. So, very successful night.
Eddie, well done to you then, and I'll see you in Vegas.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Hi guys, how are you?